Hello, and welcome to English with Uma, the podcast where we learn English through fun, magical, and inspiring real-life stories. I'm Elena, your host, and today's episode is going to feel like a little spell has been cast on your grammar. We all struggle with grammar sometimes. Tenses mix us up, articles disappear, subjects and verbs refuse to agree, and suddenly a beautiful idea sounds confusing. Today, I'll share a mysterious story about a young, aspiring writer named Kavya who kept getting her stories rejected because of grammar mistakes. One day, she discovered a forgotten tale in an ancient book. When she read it aloud, the magic began. Her writing started correcting itself. But soon she realized the story wasn't just fixing her sentences, it was quietly rewriting her own past. Get ready to listen carefully, repeat correct sentences after me in your mind, and watch your grammar grow stronger. Let's begin. My name is Kavya, and this is my story. It was a rainy Saturday evening, and I felt completely defeated. I had just received another rejection email for my short story. The editor wrote, "We loved the imagination and emotion, but the grammar errors make it hard to read. Please revise and resubmit." This was the 5th rejection in 2 months. Every time, the same problem: grammar. I wanted to be a writer more than anything. I had notebooks full of ideas, stories about brave girls, magical cities, lost friendships, and secret adventures. But no matter how hard I tried, mistakes slipped in. Sometimes I wrote, "She go to the market," instead of "She goes to the market." Sometimes I mixed past and present. Yesterday, she wakes up and saw a dragon. Articles disappeared. I saw big elephant instead of I saw an elephant. Prepositions confused me. I'm good in English instead of I'm good at English. I studied rules, did exercises, but in my own writing, the mistakes kept coming back like ghosts. That evening, I went up to my grandmother's old attic to clear my head. The air smelled of dust and forgotten things. Boxes of yellowed letters, old clothes, and piles of books were everywhere. I pulled out a small leather-covered book from the bottom of a trunk. There was no title, only a faded symbol on the cover that looked like an open pen. I opened it carefully. The first page said in beautiful handwriting, "The Secret Tale of Perfect Sentences, read aloud to awaken the magic." I smiled. It sounded like something my grandmother would have loved. I started reading aloud because the instructions said to. The young scribe lived in a village where words had power. Every day she writes stories that sparkled with ideas, but grammar shadows followed her. One day she found a hidden book. As I read, I noticed something strange. My voice sounded clearer and the words felt perfect. But then I looked back at the page I had just read. The sentence I had stumbled over, I had naturally said "she write" while reading, was now corrected on the page. She wrote. The book had changed itself. I gasped. I kept reading aloud. The scribe decided to practice every day. She learned that subjects and verbs must agree. When the subject is singular, the verb takes S in present tense, so she writes, not she write. As I spoke those words, I felt them sink in. I repeated the example sentences after the book. She writes stories. He runs fast. They write beautifully. And suddenly, the rule felt simple, natural. Page after page, the magic continued. The book presented common mistakes and corrected them as I read aloud. One section said, "Wrong, yesterday I go to the library." Right, yesterday I went to the library. We use past simple for finished actions. Wrong, tomorrow I will go, but now I am go. Right, tomorrow I will go, but now I am going. I read the corrections aloud and my old stories flashed in my mind, suddenly clearer. I pulled out my phone and opened one of my rejected stories. The tense mistakes were gone. The file had changed. She wakes up and saw had become she woke up and saw. I blinked hard. How? I kept reading, excited now. The scribe also struggled with articles. She wrote, I saw elephant, but learned use a or an before singular countable nouns we mention for the first time. I saw an elephant. Use the when we know which one. The elephant was huge. No article for uncountable or plural general. I love books, not I love the books. I repeated, a cat, an apple, the sun, books are fun. And again, magic. My old notebook on the attic floor opened itself to a page I had written years ago. The mistakes vanished as ink rearranged itself. Prepositions came next. Wrong, I'm afraid from spiders. Right, I'm afraid of spiders. Wrong, she is married with him. Right, she is married to him. Wrong, I explained her the problem. Right, I explained the problem to her. Each time I read the correct version aloud, I felt the rule lock into place. My tongue knew what to say. But then, the story took a darker turn. As the scribe's writing became perfect, she noticed something strange. Her past began to change. Memories of teachers praising her early stories faded. Old school essays that had won prizes because they were creative, even with mistakes, now showed perfect scores for grammar, but lower marks for originality. Friends who had laughed with her over funny mistakes no longer remembered those moments. The magic was erasing the struggles that had made her creative. My heart raced. I looked around the attic. A photo on the wall, me at age 10 holding a Most Creative Writer certificate, flickered. The certificate now read Best Grammar Award. That wasn't right. I had won for creativity, even though my tenses were all mixed up. I understood. The magic fixed grammar perfectly, but it was removing the journey, the mistakes that taught me to think differently, to find unique words, to grow through struggle. I spoke aloud to the book. Stop! I want to learn properly, not magically erase my past. The pages glowed softly. The next words appeared.
The wisest scribes know. True mastery comes from effort, not spells. Mistakes are teachers. Keep reading, but now learn without changing what was. From that moment, the book stopped rewriting my files or memories. Instead, it became a gentle guide. It showed mistakes, explained rules clearly, and asked me to correct sentences myself. Examples appeared. Correct this. My friend and me went to the park. I said aloud, my friend and I went to the park. Subject form after and. Between you and I. Between you and me. Object form. Who versus whom. The girl who or whom I met. The girl whom I met. But the book added kindly, in modern English, who is common and accepted. Punctuation, let's eat grandma, to let's eat grandma. I laughed, repeated, corrected. I spent hours there. When I finally closed the book, my mind felt clear. Rules that had confused me for years now made sense because I had spoken them, corrected them, felt them. The next week, I revised my rejected story, this time by myself, no magic. I checked tenses, articles, agreement, prepositions. I sent it again. 2 weeks later, an email. Accepted. Wonderful story. Clear, engaging, and beautifully written. I cried happy tears. I told my best friend about the book. She laughed, then admitted she also mixed its and its. We started practicing together, reading aloud, correcting each other kindly. My English teacher noticed the change. Kavya, your writing has grown so much. What happened? I told her a shorter version about finding an old book that taught rules through stories. She smiled and said, "That's perfect. Grammar isn't about being perfect from the start. It's about noticing, learning, improving. Mistakes show you're trying. Keep them as memories. They make your voice real." She gave the class a simple list. Common grammar tips. Subject-verb agreement. She writes, not she write. Past simple for finished actions. Went, saw, wrote. Articles. A, an for first mention. The for specific. No article for general. Prepositions. Good at, afraid of, married to, depend on. Pronouns. I, subject. Me, object. It's, possession. It's, it is. Practice every day. Write, read aloud, revise. I still have that list. And the magical book? It's on my shelf now. Sometimes I open it, read aloud, and smile at how far I've come. Not because magic erased my mistakes, but because I learned from them. That experience taught me 3 big things. First, grammar rules aren't scary. They're tools that make your ideas shine clearer. Second, mistakes are proof you're growing, not failing. Third, real improvement comes from effort and patience, not shortcuts. To everyone listening, don't fear grammar mistakes. Fear never trying to write your story. Start small. Write 1 paragraph today. Read it aloud. Fix 1 thing. You'll get better, I promise. Thank you for listening to this episode of English with Uma. If you loved this secret story and feel your grammar getting stronger already, please like it, share it, or send it to a friend who dreams of writing. Learning English is magical when we practice together, 1 correct sentence at a time. Don't forget to subscribe for more enchanting stories and grammar practice. I'm Elena. See you next time on English with Uma. Keep writing, keep growing.